Hello, great people. Welcome back to Global Happenings today. It's no longer news that tomorrow has been scheduled to be the date or the day for the final judgment from the Supreme Court. And right now, Nigerians are really talking. But someone has decided to send a very candid advice or strong message to both Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar. And you're going to hear exactly what he has to say. And he's saying this via one of the social media pages, one of his social media pages. And he says here, Dear President Peter Obi, sir, I really do not know your intention for tomorrow, sir, but I would honestly like to recommend that you be at the Supreme Court tomorrow. If possible, encourage Atiku to do same. You get why? Went further to say the mind game they play at the PEPT was to find a way to ensure you men don't show up, even if it involved leaking the judgment to you people to make you feel like there was no need to show up to hear such nonsense judgment. Your absence cleared the way for the criminal terrorist APC to be well represented in court for the cameras, which gave the judges much confidence to give such an unconstitutional and criminal judgment very comfortably. I believe there may have been such moves again. They have probably facilitated a whisper of their intended or possible judgment to you, but let's not fell for it again this time. If they are going to give or uphold such an unconstitutional judgment, then the very least we can do is to make it uncomfortable or unpalatable. I would like them to be looking at your eyes while they finally said the Nigerian Constitution are blessed for life. Sir, if possible, kindly consider this request. That's if you didn't already have the plans before, sir. Please, very importantly, if you do make an appearance, please ensure you put on your biggest smile all through, even while they are burning the Nigerian Constitution. Please smile, knowing in your heart that you did fight a good fight and won. Let the criminals and injustice in the room go home to live with that memory for the rest of their lives. Thank you, sir. My very own president, Peter Obi. And guess what? Some other people have offered some other advice, as though he went further to say an addendum, which he added. He said, Sir Peter Obi, GCFR, also ensure to have VP Datti be there in court with you if he will be able to. Thank you, sir. Some other people have also responded. This is coming from well-meaning Nigeria. And someone here said, I wholeheartedly support these. Both Peter Obi and Datti should be in court tomorrow wearing their biggest smile. The criminal must see our defiance face to face and live with the guilt for the rest of their life, the rest of their treacherous life. Atiku, please come with your team to. Wow, this is really interesting. Now my colleague is in the house and I feel it's needful for us to talk about this. What's your position in respect to this candid advice given by this strong obedient to Peter Obi? Do you think that it's really reasonable for Peter Obi to be there, or should allow them to play their own game? Just like the person has said, should allow them to burn the constitution?
I think what he's looking at here is a psychological game.
Okay.
You know that there's this thing about the conscience. Even while others are not there, it haunts you.
Yeah.
Even while you are right there with others, where people are gisting, having fun, it's tormenting you. You know, just you alone. You can't fight it. You can't shut it down. While you are all alone in your room, it's haunting you. And you know, this is supposed to be the apex. We're not preempting them, okay?
Yeah.
But if eventually it goes the other way that most Nigerians are suspecting, with giving a ruling simply on that grounds of technicality, it's more like saying this is the ruling, going contrary, quote and unquote, only on technical grounds are you putting this on. And posterity, history will be there to judge you. Look these guys in their faces and know that as you are going back, just know that this is what you have done to the community, to the society,
Yeah.
not just to Peter Obi, not just to Datti, not just to
Atiku.
Atiku, not just to PDP, but to the constitution at large, to whom much is given, much is expected. They may not really do anything, but they're only saying, just remember this, put this behind your back, that behind your mind, back of your mind, that if tomorrow Nigeria goes the other way, or if people start quoting this as a reference point to any other law court cases,
Yes.
because normally lawyers are very wonderful.
Yeah.
They will always quote this versus this in
Yes.
1990 whatever. This is going to be another reference point for whatever form any legal person wants to use to defend whatever thing he feels is not right. And that may be a precedence that may not augur well in both morality, legality, and otherwise in the country. And hence they're saying,
and those justices will be remembered for it.
most definitely.
Yeah.
So even if you want to quote or go the other way, even the lawyers will say, I take exception. In 2023, November, INEC versus Shetima versus Peter Obi versus Atiku, it says and I uphold. That becomes binding.
Wow. Now, apart from that, I think that that's a way of criminalizing our legal system, a kind of, because imagine if the wrong precedent is being rolled out, therefore means it's going to be what a lot of people will be using. But however, I've also seen cases where presidents don't even hold water again, because I could still remember how the case of a particular, governor in, I think, in Enugu State was being handled differently, and some other place it wasn't handled the same way based on the president. But that aside, do you also think that it would be right for Peter Obi to give a pre-interview in the court premises or outside the court premises before the court case?
I do not think it's wise.
Okay.
Personally, I feel that some of these journalists can be very funny in their questions. So I don't ask him a question that may be indicting. Although Peter is also a very wise man, he's always very dodgy when he wants to be dodgy. But at this rate, if the court upholds the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's mandate and he grants any pre-interview that they may feel is indicting, it's a room for him to be picked up. So I would advise personally that he keeps all interview at bay till after the court verdict. Then whatever questions they will ask him, he will just quote the reference point as like the verdict you have heard, and that will be it.
Okay. Wow, this is quite interesting. I must say that Nigerians have been talking ever since that they had come on board. And
But if you ask me personally, this
okay.
is just personal. I think because next thing some journalists will want to ask him, say, what's your take? What would you tell your obedience to do right now? Would you encourage them to hit the street? Personally, I would tell him, please, right now, no questions.
Yeah.
So that Nigerians will simmer the whole thing and know exactly what to do with their lives.
All right. After this guy wrote all of that advice to Peter Obi, someone says after reading through this tweet, I wept for this country, how we have allowed the judicial system cripple our country, but we should show a good fight to resolution or revolution, and the whole well-meaning Nigerian should take the street. My brother, that is not an advice anybody will align with, because already that anything that goes the legal way seems to be the right way. So let's just watch them
even
do
if
whatever they want to do.
Try that issue of revolution. That's a sitting president. Though.
Yeah.
We are not looking at election now. He's a sitting president. They just want to confirm him legally that he is the sitting president. So if he comes in with security, you could be fine with so many things. Unfortunately, in Nigeria, protest is almost criminalized. So if you're protesting now, then get ready for whatever thing you see tomorrow. I can assure you.
All right.